I'm 40 years old and I'm pregnant. Hey guys, so I promise these videos I'm not gonna always look a mess. I actually have a cold. So I did not do an introduction for this video, or maybe I will do an introduction, I don't know. But so guys, I'm pregnant. So I decided to track my first trimester, my symptoms. This is me from last week at 6 weeks, like 6 weeks. Yeah, 6 weeks, I think it was. And this is me this week, 6 weeks, 6 days. So technically I'm on my tracker, I'm 7 weeks, but the baby is measuring at 6 weeks, 6 days, which is fine. That he's measuring a day behind. And so yes, I am pregnant. I also have been like, I haven't been feeling bad, but I haven't been feeling like my best self. And so I said today, before I like laid down, because I do have a cold, that I was going to come on and just do a video about some of my symptoms that I've had so far. So last week, the only symptom that I had really, really badly was fatigue. When I say like fatigue, I mean like fatigue, like knock out for a nap for 3 hours and wake up like, where am I kind of sleep, like that kind of tired. And yeah, I think part of it is because I have to get up at 7 o'clock every morning to take progesterone injections and thyroid medication to keep my little bean here and safely. And so I think part of that is messing with my sleep, but I also feel like I'm just extremely exhausted because I'm growing a human inside of me. I have had like some nausea and lightheadedness, but that only happens like if I don't eat anything. Yeah, that's generally when that happens. I think one day I had a headache, but I haven't really had like any bad symptoms, honestly, at all. It's just really been just, just being very, very tired. And so, yeah, my appetite has increased, which is really good for me because I don't necessarily eat as much as I'm supposed to anyway. And so my appetite has increased a lot. And honey, I'm the snack monster. Call me the cookie monster, okay? Because I want all the cookies. But yeah, just my appetite has increased. I've also been craving like a lot of fruit and stuff like that, which is good. I had VSG surgery 4 years ago now. 3 years ago. Is it 3 years ago? No, 4 years ago now. So I had VSG surgery 4 years ago. And so I have found that my restriction is back a little bit. I can't eat and drink at the same time. Like sometime around last year, I was able to start eating and drinking at the same time. And if you've had VSG, then like you're supposed to like eat and then wait 30 minutes to drink. And so I've found myself running to the bathroom throwing up a few times because I ate and drank at the same time and it just didn't sit well in my stomach. So yep, baby is growing well. I got to see his heartbeat today. This little flickering heart. And yep, all is going well. So far, only symptoms have been tender boobs. Oh yeah, I meant to say that. Like my boobs have been like heavy and tender. Like somebody gave me a hug. Like it was like 2 weeks ago somebody gave me a hug. Oh my God, I wanted to cry. But yeah, that was all like just tender boobs, increased appetite, and just really, really, really tired. What people do not tell you, I was like a little nervous. Like what people do not tell you is that your pregnancy symptoms will come and go. So you may have a day where like you go to sleep. I mean, you may have a day where you have like all of the symptoms. You're tired, your boobs are hurting, all those things. And then 2 days later, you don't feel anything. And you're like, wait, I was worried, like, is everything okay? And I'm glad that like I'm still in care of my fertility clinic. So I go every week to get checked. So I was really glad that like I was going this week because I really didn't feel anything. Like I was still tired, but then I'm like, I also have a cold, like I'm also sick. So like the tiredness made sense. Well, kind of, because like this sleep that I get, like this tiredness, like I knock out. Um and so yeah, I was just like a little worried because my boobs, like they're a little tender, but not anything in comparison to what they were a week ago. And I'm like, is everything okay? And I was like getting a little frantic, like maybe I should take a pregnancy test, like all those things. And I was like, no, like just wait. I had reached out to my cousin and asked her, and she was like, no, it's fine. Like some days you will feel very pregnant, and other days you won't even realize that you're carrying a baby. So like, don't worry. Like everything is going fine, whatever, like that. And so yeah, that is all. That is it. That is all. So I'll do another update on the next time I feel something. So I'm again technically 7 weeks, but baby is measuring at 6 weeks, 6 days. So, yay! Hey guys. So I haven't really like updated my symptoms maybe for like a week and a half now. I am currently 8 weeks and let me tell you all exactly. I'm currently 8 weeks and 3 days, which is so exciting. And it's like, this is really happening. The symptoms that I've been having, honestly, are still just fatigue, nausea. So let me talk about the fatigue first. So the fatigue is very weird because it's like for the last week, for example, I had doctor's appointments on Tuesday and Wednesday. This is Saturday. I had doctor's appointments on Tuesday and Wednesday. And when I came home on both of those days, as soon as I like got home, I changed my clothes, I got in bed. Wednesday, I took a nap because I've graduated from fertility clinic on Wednesday, and then I met my new OBGYN as well. So it was just like a very long day and everything. And I got home and I just like knocked out. Thursday, I had a full day. I went to go get my hair done, which was a whole day ordeal. And then I had like something to do on Thursday evening. So I literally was out from like 11 in the morning until 10:30 at night. And so yesterday, Friday, I literally just stayed on my couch all day long. Like I was so tired. I couldn't even get up to go get my meds. I had to ask someone to go get them for me and bring them to my house because I just kept saying like, oh my God, how am I gonna do this? My husband is out of town on business, so I'm here, right? So I'm grateful that someone went and got them for me and brought them to my house and sat here and like made sure I ate and stuff like that. So that's the fatigue portion of it. It seems like I need to take naps. If I do go out one day, then the next day I need to rest. And then on the nausea front, so I'm not sure if I had shared this or not, but like one night I threw up, and I don't feel like it was nausea. I feel like not pregnancy nausea. I feel like it had more to do with my restriction from having VSG than it had to do with nausea. That I ate something and drank something and then I just threw everything up. I did last week on Friday, we ordered out food and there was like a sauce on the food. And I've eaten these burgers. It was like from a smash burger place. And I've eaten them plenty of times. And the sauce never bothered me. And last week it did. And so I don't want to say it's like, I don't know, right? Like I don't know if it's because of the baby or if just like my taste buds are changing. The nausea that I haven't like had morning sickness. I think morning sickness, I feel like it's more like throwing up. But when I do get up in the morning, I am nauseous. I just don't throw up. And it's not just morning time. Like there are moments throughout the day where I will start feeling nauseous or feeling lightheaded. So my OBGYN told me to, and also Google, and I have like the Flow app, was to eat like smaller meals more frequently throughout the day. And so I've been trying to do that, like carry snacks with me and do things like that so that I am not getting that like nausea, seasick feeling. And my boobs, like my boobs are just growing. They are growing. They don't hurt as much as they did in the beginning. They are still sore, but like I told you all before, like somebody gave me a hug and I was like, and I didn't tell that person that I'm pregnant. And so I was just like, oh, you know. So yeah, that's so far as like the only thing. Oh, and vivid dreams. I have these really, really, really vivid dreams. And when I say they are vivid, they are vivid. And I remember them in the morning. Some of them are crazy. So yeah. And I have been saying forever that I want to share about my mental illness journey on my channel. And I think this is a great time to kind of like add that in here. It's like, I have had moments of really deep depression during this time and really, really, really high anxiety. Um, some nights the anxiety keeps me up, and part of it is because I'm napping during the day, but then I'm up and I'm like up at night and I'm anxious. My doctor has talked to me about getting on medicine, and I am just not okay with that in this moment. And I'm sure that there are people who are going on through this journey that get on medicine and they're fine, their baby is fine, and that's a decision that they made for themselves. I just don't think that I'm there yet where I need to get on meds. I am increasing my sessions with my therapist, hoping that that will help with some of the anxiety, because some of the anxiety is really not from nothing. So many things are just happening where I live at right now. And so, yeah. But yeah, my anxiety has been pretty high. And then I have like these moments of depression. And I knew this was going to happen just because there's so many hormones going through your body and imbalanced. And a lot of people don't realize the correlation between hormonal imbalances and mental illness, specifically things like anxiety and depression. And so I knew that this was going to happen. And so I've kind of like just prepared myself kind of for it. And I'm very open with my husband about it. And honestly, this was one of my, not fears, but one of my, like, I'm not really sure about becoming a mom because, you know, that was one of the things that I felt like, you know, my mental illness, and I don't want my children to suffer because of it. And so I've just been very vocal with, you know, my husband and my care providers about my feelings. I think what has happened is like, I get really, really tired, and so I'm sleeping a lot, and I have a lot of things that I need to get done, and I'm unable to do them. And then when they're not completed in the time that I am then like down in myself and things like that, and that sends me in a spiral. And so yeah, I like even had to remind myself this morning I'm working on a big project. I swear I have been working on for like the past year, and I just feel like I'm not getting anywhere, but that's a whole nother conversation, not for this video. But I had to remind myself, like, you are in control of this. Like, you control when you start, you control when you stop. No one said you had to be done in a month. No one said you had to be done whenever. You control this. And so that kind of allowed me to calm down in my system a lot. Like right now, I'm about to sit for a second. I just had breakfast. I'm about to sit for a moment and just breathe and be in space, and then I'll get up and start working on the project. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't feel like my appetite has really grown. Like it did for a little bit in the beginning, but that's kind of tapered off. Again, there are weeks that like I have my restrictions still from having my VSG. I know I just jumped from mental health to like the food thing, but it made me think when I just said about breakfast. Like I don't know if it's like like some weeks I still have my restriction. Like this morning I had cream of wheat and a banana, like a half a banana, and I was only able to eat a half a bowl, you know? And then there's times like the other day we went to Starbucks and I hadn't eaten all day and I ate like a full cup of oatmeal in one sitting, which I can't do. So I think this is just depends. I have gained weight. So when I started my just like IVF process, I was 180 pounds, like going between 180 and 185, depending on the time of the month. And when I went to the doctors in October, I was 193. And so yeah, I was 193, and then when I went to the doctors the other day, I'm 203. And so the doctor and I had a conversation, and she doesn't want me to gain more than 20 pounds. So yeah, that's pretty much it. My energy, the nauseous feeling, like seasickness, but no vomiting, increased anxiety, low mood, depression, and aversions to some things. Not sure if it's just taste bud change or the baby just doesn't like it. So until I check in again, I think next week I'm just gonna make it a point to like check in more, because I literally only have about 3 more weeks to be in my first trimester, and this is a first trimester symptom blog, video, whatever. So also to add, I'm 40 years old and I'm pregnant, and it's very different, I'm sure, from when you're like 20 and pregnant, 30 and pregnant, and even 35 and pregnant. Oh, one more thing. I am having freaking hot flashes. Like at nighttime, I get hot. I start sweating. We're in the car. I need to take my coat off because I'm hot. I'm sitting still. I'm getting hot flashes. And I don't know if it's perimenopause. I don't know if it's the baby, but whatever it is, mama is flashing. So, last thing I wanted to add. And until next time. Hey guys, so I am currently 9 weeks, 6 days. Tomorrow will be 10 weeks pregnant. Yay, we are almost to our first trimester. I'm not sure, like I may have pregnancy brain already, or just the fact that I'm like 40 years old and just don't have the same memory that I had even last year. So I'm not sure if I talked about this, but I wanted to talk about something that I didn't even see in any of the videos that I watched about first trimester symptoms, and it may not come up because it's about shit. No, so yes, it is. So constipation has been a big thing these past 2 weeks. It's funny because my nutritionist asked me, like, how have you been doing with going to the bathroom? How is, like, are you pooping? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm good. And it seemed like as soon as she asked me that, it was like, haha, right? I already have issues with my digestive tract. I had them prior to having VSG surgery, and then after having VSG surgery, I go through these bouts of like constipation, diarrhea, like that kind of thing. But honey, it ain't been no diarrhea. It's been constipation. Like, and I literally eat 5 prunes every single morning, and the prunes, I mean, I'm going, but it's still a very constipated, very rocky road. I'm sorry if you love that ice cream. So yeah, like the only thing that has helped has been eating crackling oat bran cereal, which I'm assuming probably has a ton of fiber in it, and it's bran. So probably like raisin bran crunch, like those things. frosted mini wheats or shredded mini wheats. But yeah, so eating the the crackling oat bran cereal has helped. And like I've been upping my water intake to see if that will help as well. But yeah, that's like the only like other symptom that I've had is that. And these like vivid dreams, like I mean, they are like wild. They are out of this world. They are things that will never happen in this lifetime, and they are crazy and they are vivid, and you remember them. So those dreams, I've been dreaming a lot about dead people too, which I mean, I have this weird thing with dead people, but I've been dreaming about them, which has been like, okay, we're live and direct. And this week I got like a slight headache, but it said that I was going to get a headache. So yeah, my boobs are still growing, although like I always have gotten like a C cup anyway, although I'm like probably like a natural B. And so I'm on the final like buckle in the C cups. And so I'll probably be buying some D cups within the next month or so because my boobs are just getting heavier and bigger. But that's about all. Like, no throwing up. My baby doesn't like Chipotle mayonnaise. And so the 2 times I have had Chipotle mayonnaise, I've thrown up. And also I've shared this, like, because I've had VSG, anytime I've eaten and drank at the same time, I will throw up. But like no morning sickness, throwing up. Like I'll wake up and I'll be nauseous, and the moment that I eat, that nausea will go away. Tired. When I say tired, the level of exhaustion that I have. So if I do something one day, the next day I'm in the bed flat for the rest of the day. Don't ask me to do nothing. Don't nothing. I don't have the energy to do it. I don't have the energy to cook. I don't have the energy to clean. I just ain't got it. Like, I just ain't got it at all, okay? But I'm trying my best. Like, today I felt energized, so I, like, worked out and I did a few things at my house and stuff like that. But, yeah, low energy and this constipation. But they say it gets better later. I'm in a mom's group. They were like, girl, you might as well enjoy this rest while you can, because once that baby get here, you're gonna be tired for other reasons. So at least enjoy being tired and being able to sleep. So I've just been allowing myself. I'm yawning now, and it's literally like 4:30. The sun is still shining. I've just been allowing myself to just rest, relax, sleep, not overplan, not going out, like just allow myself to rest. So yes, that is that. And we have 2 more check-ins before we are out of the first trimester. So I'm super excited. So that's all for now. Bye. Hey guys, I look like something. So I am finally out of my first trimester. I'm currently 13 weeks and 3 days, I think it is. But I wanted to share a little bit about, like, I wanted to close the video out, and I also just wanted to share a little bit about towards the end of my first trimester, some of the things that I started to feel. Out of nowhere, I got the craving for the fast food stuff that people were saying they were having in like 8 weeks, at like 7 weeks, at like maybe like week 11. I was like, I wanted a fillet of fish and French fries and a Sprite. I wanted a cheeseburger and French fries and a Sprite. I wanted chicken nuggets randomly one night from Wendy's. So yes, I started getting that craving. I don't have that anymore. People ask me all the time, like, what are you craving? Like, my dad has asked me that. My mom has asked me that. And honestly, I'm not craving anything. I am eating more. I still have my restriction though, and I feel like the more that the baby is growing, the more my restriction is restricting. And I guess that's just part of it, you know, like he's growing, he's taking up a part of my abdomen, and this, my stomach is only but so big. Something else I've been dealing with is like insomnia, like, and like, yes, insomnia, which it said in my app that I was going to get insomnia. I've also experienced insomnia before, so I mean, most people have by the time you're my age. So, yeah, insomnia. I am still like sleeping, not as much. I'm not as tired as I was. Like I have a lot more energy than I had in my first trimester. Towards the end of the trimester, I started getting the energy. Also, towards the end of my first trimester, I started cramping, which was extremely scary. Not cramping in the sense of like my menstrual was coming on, but cramping in a sense like I could feel something happening. And so my doctor let me know that that was just the baby growing and like my body adjusting to the baby growing. So yeah, so I had insomnia, cramping, constipation is still going on. My doctor told me to take Colace for the constipation. Check with your doctor before you take anything. She does not recommend taking a laxative because laxatives make you dehydrated. I also have been craving water a lot, like a lot of water, and using the bathroom a lot. Of course, the baby is right on my bladder, and so he's just doing his thing. But the cramping was like one of the scarier things for me because I was like, you know, what is happening? But all seems to be well. I still have not announced my pregnancy. We still are going back and forth as to when we will announce. I want to just make sure that baby is just well and he's growing and he is just, you know, doing all of the things that he is supposed to do. I've heard his heartbeat twice, and each time I've heard his heartbeat, I've bawled tears of joy. It's just so weird that, you know, someone that is, he's here, but he's not like out here yet, how much joy he has just brought to my life and to my husband's life. And I told my dad, and my dad cried. And so, you know, he is just bringing so much joy to our family right now. And I'm so excited for this. So I just want to say to anyone who's watching this, sending you love in your pregnancy and sending you healthy vibes and healthy wishes and just a safe journey, a safe pregnancy, a healthy pregnancy. I started walking last week. And so that's been great. I've only gained 1 pound from my last visit with a doctor to this one, which I was like, oh, I thought I was going to gain more. But it seems like a lot of the weight that I had gained during the IVF process was from the drugs. And so from all like the hormones I was pumping in my system. And so, yeah, I've only gained 1 pound. I can see that I'm like showing a little bit, like you can't really see it. Like there is really no bump like that you see through my clothes. Like I can see it, my husband can see it. So hopefully during my second trimester, I will be able to finally have like a bump that I'm showing of my baby boy. And so yes, thank you so much for watching this video and continue to watch us on this journey to parenthood, being a mom after 40. And so, yes. So stay tuned for more. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and follow so that you can just see how this journey is going for us. And just sending love to anyone out there currently trying to get pregnant, whether it is via IVF or naturally or however, just sending all the love and all of the prayers to you. All right. Bye. Also, I just wanted to jump back on here and say one other thing. In your first trimester, it can be extremely scary. There are moments where I wake up and I did not feel pregnant at all. And that was really, really nerve-wracking for me. And something that helped me was like just on like Facebook groups and just like, you know, being in some of the Facebook groups for for first-time moms and looking at some of the forums and things like that, because some days I would wake up and I would be nauseous, and some days I would wake up and I would be fine. I would just be tired, and I know it could be so scary. But I just want to just remind people to remember that you prayed about this. Remember that, that this is a part of the journey, and you really, some people said they didn't even know they were pregnant, feel like they were pregnant until they were towards the end of their second term, almost into their third trimester. And so, yeah, just remember that every pregnancy is different, that, your friend may be showing at 2 weeks, well, at 8 weeks or 10 weeks, and that you may not show until you're 20 weeks, right? And you may not feel your baby move until you're 20 weeks, and someone else may feel their baby move sooner. Every pregnancy is different, and just try to talk to your medical team about any of your fears around, not feeling baby move and not, having any issues. I know for me, the cramping was really, really scary. And my doctor was very certain that it was just him growing. I went in for an ultrasound the next day, and it was really just him growing. He had grown twice in size since my last visit. And so, yeah, I just wanted to share that part with you. I didn't see many people talking about that in their videos of how some days you feel pregnant and other days you don't, and how on those days you don't, it could be very concerning, especially if you are constantly having symptoms, that kind of thing. But yeah, just listen to your body, listen to your health team, and find you a great support system. All right, I'm going now for real. Bye.